Yeah, Mason, I think you were 0 for 3 on threes until you hit those two to tie it and then give you all the lead for good. Kind of what was going through your mind, and how is that a guy doesn't hit two and then he hits two in the last minute, real clutch like that?
Well, my teammates told me to keep going because I turned down open look with probably about 2 minutes to go. And I remember Desi and Adrio and Jalen just telling me, and Isaiah telling me, you got to knock that down. You got to shoot that. The team needs you to shoot them open shots. And I remember that possession. I turned down the shot. We got to the foul line, but we missed one-on-one. So that was probably a negative possession for me because I was open. But I just got to keep confidence in myself, and knowing the game wasn't going my way, it was just glad to see my teammates keep pushing me through, and I was glad to come through for my teammates.
I think Isaiah had a steal, and then Jimmy had a steal for Adriel's block. Could you just kind of describe the shots and kind of getting them in the flow like that?
I remember Isaiah just telling me, you got to shoot the next one when you open. And Isaiah dropped it to me, and I didn't hesitate at all. I didn't even think about the three shot misses I missed earlier, so I just wanted to knock it down and come through for the team.
And then the next one that put you all ahead?
And then the one that came, that was just a little heat check. And to be honest, heat checking them at the end of the game is kind of bad, but I knew I trust myself and I trust my craft and I trust that. Thanks, my guy. Thanks, my guy. And I'm just glad. I'm just happy. I'm a team player, and I love my team. And some nights I'm off and they carry me, and some nights they tell me to carry them. And I just love to be on this team, and I love to see these boys happy because at the end of the day, we all want to win.
Adrio, two-parter here. Talk about just you really couldn't shake these guys. That's a pretty tough team over there. And then I don't know what happened. I thought you were fixing to do a 360 dunk. I know it's something you want to forget, but I thought you made up for it with two big-time blocks. Take us through that scenario.
Well, I seen I think his name was Stocky. I seen him coming, and I tried to. In my head, I knew I was just finna just take off. And when I seen it, I dribbled off my knee, and it didn't mentally get me out of my game or anything. I just knew I had to make up for it on the defensive side. So I didn't really.
During that block, I know you're on help side right there. That you're up pretty high to get that one.
Oh well, yeah. I knew. Like our defensive scheme, we have like a blue line, and that's like the blue line signifies like having your teammates like help side. So I was in the blue line, and then when I seen Jimmy got beat, it was me, him, and the rim, and he had to meet me there. Yeah, it's either gonna be I'm just get dunked on, or that's my block.
He came out on the good side this time.
Yeah.
What did you guys do as a team to adjust after Desi got hurt in the first half and wasn't able to play in the second half?
Just the next man up. You see, Desi was a big part of our team, but we seen he was down, so Coach Must just went to halftime and said, next man up. And Reggie stepped up today. Reggie played more minutes than he been getting this year, and we needed it. And then everybody else just contributed. JC got more minutes than he got, and you seen Jimmy play, and you seen Fob play good. So to see people step up is really good for the team.
Both you guys are going to get a little bit of a Christmas break. How good is that? And then how big a downer would it have been if you went into a break? You go home to see family or whatever, and off a loss.
Well, it's always good going home to see family, but at the end of the day, we still want to win games. Either way it go, we're around family, because if we stay here, we're around family, which is our teammates, our coaches, and just like the Razorback Nation. That's all we consider all y'all family. So if we go home, either way it go, we know what we got to do and come back and get ready for Indiana.
Mason, how good is it to go home, or if you're going home, I assume?
No, I'm going home.
Yeah, after a win like this, how much nicer does that make Christmas?
To be honest, we made it harder tonight, so we put a little more pressure on our break, because I feel like we kind of would have lost tonight. I don't even want to imagine what Coach Musk would have said after that game. So I'm just glad. It's important to everybody go home, get a good rest, but stay in the gym, because we got more business to handle because we have Indiana next. And we know that they beat us last year, and this is our redemption tour.
Mason, what did you think of Adrio's big block late? And then, Adrio, where do you think that might rank for you personally, that big block?
To be honest, I don't even think that's Adrio's best block. I've been knowing Adrio since 9th grade, since I was a fat kid in high school, and Adrio was still my friend. So I done seen some incredible things Adrio did through high school and college, but that block right there, it has to be in his top 5, because that block that block led to so much momentum. The crowd jumped off of it, and it was a big stop. We was winning 70-65, and like he said, it was him and Freeman, and he got a good block, and I'm glad he got it.
Yeah. Oh, can you repeat the question? I don't really do like personal rankings of like my personal stuff. I just let my team and my people who support me rank out there. I'll just go out there and play and do what I want to do, what it takes to win, really.
Enjoy this, bro. Enjoy this.
I enjoy it, bro. But
Enjoy the block.
I enjoy it, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, that's not who I am,
Facts.
bro. I don't rank all that stuff, bro.
All right, guys, you've had some, down the wire, tough games here early on. I know Indiana's next. You're closing into SEC. What is it about you guys? You just don't seem like you're rattled at all, even in a game like tonight where you're down a lot of points late. I'd like for both of y'all to kind of let us know what's going on with you guys.
We was down 8, and in practice, it's a weird thing because this week we worked on late game situations, and we executed good tonight. We was down 59-51. We ran a play for me and Isaiah, and I knew Isaiah was going to be open for the slip, and Zay hit a 3. That got us down 5, and then Zay came down, got a steal. He got fouled, 57-59. Then Jimmy came with a clutch bucket on the dunker, and we right back in it, 59-59. It's just the way Coach Muss and the way the coaching staff prepare us for these games and the way we practice this all week, it's simple when we get to the game. It's all clockwork. And I'm just glad that we were able to execute and seal the win.
I think it was 4 kind of knocked you into the scores table pretty hard on a loose ball, and they gave the possession of Valpo, and that's when Eric got his technical. You guys are over there. Isaiah, it looked like maybe you were getting it, or 4 was getting into it with you, or one of them was. What happened during that, and do you know what Coach Musselman did to get the technical? He said he couldn't remember.
Yeah, I don't know what he did to get the technical, but I really don't. I ain't even. Coach Bush got a technical? I didn't even know he got a tech.
No, he got tech.
Oh, snap.
It was,
I didn't even know he got a tech.
there was so much stuff going
Well,
on.
if he did, I forgot, but I forgot he got a tech. Hey, you just telling me something, Bob. Yeah.
A lot going on.
Can't say those words in a press conference.
The start of the game, you guys started really strong. I think it was 18-5. You had a really big dunk. What was your thought process? Did you think at that point the game was going to be a pretty easy one, or what were?
My thought process when Mace threw me, when I set the little flare screen and he didn't shoot it, and I just opened up to it. In my head, I was trying to break the goal. That was going through my head. Now I knew our energy was up, the crowd was into it, and I knew at that time and point, I knew I had to dunk it to get the crowd into it. Because I know we was going to feed off them. I know how my team worked. We was going to feed off the crowd.
There you go. How was that crowd?
Oh. I love it, bro. Little Rock, bro, I love coming. I try to, I love Little Rock, bro.
I was doing something on Isaiah next week on his minutes. I think he played about 39 tonight. What have you thought about the minutes he's played? He's playing about 7 or 8 more than he did last year. How do you think he's handled that, if you both could talk about that?
One word, pro. Zay's a pro. And to be a pro, you got to handle the minutes that coach must give you. And Zay didn't cry about the minutes. He ain't do nothing. He just said, I got to get ready. I got to get in shape. And Zay, for him to play probably top 10 minutes in the country it's incredible. And he's still doing what he's doing.
He still does what he does, bro. Day in, day out.
And he works hard. Everybody works hard. But Zay just comes in with a different type of level to him, and we all love him, and he all love us, so
yeah,
we're going to enjoy him.
Yeah, he knows what it takes.
About being up 15-5, did you guys think you let down or relaxed? I mean, Valpo kind of jumped back in. What do you think happened there with that?
No, we didn't get relaxed. Basketball is a game of runs, so they just got their little run, and we went into a little hole, but we dug out and came out on top.
Follow up on Isaiah because he's not in here. He got the big steal late and then kicked it to you for that first 3 to tie it. 5 of 5 down the stretch at the line, playing those kind of minutes, but bringing that kind of energy and production at the end. Talk about that.
Love him. I love him. Zay, like I said, the way Zay handles everything is incredible.
Well,
Zay mindset is next play, and he works with me on that, and he knows that's why we were so close because Zay, some things I I struggle with, he helps me, and some things he struggle, I help him. But Zay, he's always level-headed, and I love him. I love the kid.
3 letters, P-R-O.
Pro.